Now let me be very honest here. From going to $0 all the way to over $1 million with YouTube automation, I've made so many dumb mistakes. Now you'd be stupid not to watch this video and learn from them. Number 1, not choosing the right niche. Choosing the wrong niche is a mistake that many people make when starting with YouTube. Even though this may sound like a minor mistake, this is huge. Think about it. Choosing the right thing to work on is extremely important. There are people that work in construction, they work their ass off and they might make a couple $1,000s per month as a result of it. Then you've got stupid kids like me working on YouTube, which is a different opportunity, making tons and tons of money while not even using their body to put into work. So what it is that you're working on is even more important than how exactly you do it. Warren Buffett said, it's not about how hard you row, it's about the boat you're in. And that applies perfectly to choosing the right niche. You don't take enough time to research exactly what it is that you're gonna do and why that would be a good opportunity. Instead, you're too fixated on the numbers and the potential results that gurus tell you on the internet, and you'll quickly start doing that just because someone said it, rather than doing the research yourself and using your own brain to choose what you're gonna do. Bad niches to choose are the meditation niche, music channels, compilation channels, and number 4, anything where you don't add any value. If you download clips on the internet and simply re-upload them, it's not gonna work, that's not what we believe in. So follow these 4 pillars when choosing a niche and apply your own research. Number 1, proof of concept. Make sure to find a channel in your niche that is currently doing what you want to do and is getting great numbers. Number 2, earning potential. You don't want to start a channel that can only make $500 a month because that is probably not going to change your life. Instead, make sure that you choose a niche where the market cap is at least $10,000 a month so that when you succeed with it, you can make a lot of money and it can change your life. Number 3, longevity. Make sure that you choose a niche that is here to stay. Once again, you don't want to follow trends for it to then make $10,000 a month and then the month after you're back to square one and you made $0. Honestly, the worst feeling ever. And then number 4, which is optional, personal interest. If you can choose something that you like, you're naturally going to do the work better. Plus, you can understand what exactly your audience wants to see because you are part of the audience, which will make up for better videos, higher CTR, more watch time, and a better overall performing channel. Mistake number 2, not having SOPs. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. Now this mistake I found out the hard way when one of my editors left me. I manually trained this editor to make a video exactly how I wanted it to be. However, I did that through WhatsApp messaging, Zoom calls, basically set without any specific documenting. I trained him to work in the workflow, to upload videos a certain way, and basically a set of steps that he would do all the time to make a perfect video. But then he left me, I found a new editor, and I had to do the entire process again. Now that's just with an editor. Imagine you have 4 people in your team and all of them leave, and you have to train up the next person manually again and again. That's gonna drain your energy and cost you a lot of time. From there on, I made sure to create standard operating procedures so that when I hired a new team member, I could send a document to that person or a video and they right away would understand what to do. Now this is great because 2 things. I forced myself to write down exactly in detail what I expect from my employee. And number 2, it allows me to save time every single time I hire a new person because I can now simply send out that document and they can go through it and understand exactly what needs to happen. So create an SOP for every single position in your business. Here are a few pointers to make an SOP. Write down the job description and the things that may come with that. What specific task your team member needs to do. How your workflow operates. What you expect from that person. What to do if something doesn't work or there are any errors. And then number 6, specific instructions that apply to that specific role. For example, here's how you upload a video. And you then insert a video of you showing the process of uploading a video. Basically, try and remove any extra communication needed from your end so that they can simply do it with documents, videos, or any specific procedures. Mistake number 3, hiring too fast and firing too slow. This one is big. When you're hiring your team, you don't want to do it too fast. You want to make sure that you're hiring quality people so that you're not going to get slowed down later in the process. Now, I myself, I'm a person that likes to get at it quickly, and because of that, I hire quickly too. And then I'm also not the most strict boss, so then because of that, I fire too slow also. That combination isn't good, and that cost me a lot of money in the early stages of running my business. When I was hiring through Upwork, I was just kind of impatient. I just wanted to get going with this new project, and then because of that, I simply hired the first person that may seem like that person could do it. I didn't even take the time to see if within the next few days there would be better applicants that come in. I once again myself was too fixated on the results that I could get, and I wanted it fast. Now that resulted in me hiring the wrong people, which then slowed me down throughout the process. Now here's what you should do to avoid that. Take a look at your SOP and criteria and see if the person that applies fits to these specific specific criterias and job description. Think of it like this. What kind of experience do they already have? Did they take the time to reply to your job post, and did they actually read it? You can make sure to find out by putting in random questions like what is your favorite color or do you have a dog? If they don't reply to that, clearly they didn't even read it. Number 3, have they worked in other YouTube channels before? If yes, that is a great bonus. Now whatever it is that you want that person to have or be, make sure to list it out so that you can read it and see if it aligns with that person. And then on the flip side, if you do hire someone too fast or simply someone that doesn't fit, that you notice after 2 weeks, don't wait. It is probably not gonna change. People don't change that quickly. They are who they are. Yes, always make sure to give them the right instructions, and if you feel like it's not fair to fire them right away because you're lacking on your part, then make sure to give them the instructions so that they can do the job. If they then still don't do the job, fire them right away. It may sound harsh, however, you have to put yourself and your business priority number 1, otherwise you're not gonna grow. And for them, it's part of freelancing. That's how it works. If they don't provide value, then they're not gonna continue to work. Number 4, not having a clear expectation of what it is that you're gonna do in the business. One of the biggest mistakes I continued to make was not outsourcing enough. I was already making about $10,000 a month. However, I was still doing a lot of tasks randomly here and there for specific channels. Because of that, I was kinda all over the place. I couldn't focus on growing. And this is coming from me myself building it up and then thinking that I'm the best person to do this, or only I know exactly how this works. Well, I'm totally wrong. There are always people that can make better videos, better thumbnails, better descriptions, better anything. You just have to find them. So make sure to simply outsource it as soon as you can, build it up correctly, and then you can free up your own time. Here are a few questions to get that clear. What do you want to do in your own business? What does your ideal working day look like? What do you like to do yourself? And then finally, what are you good at? What's gonna move the needle forward? Answer these questions and then apply them into your business. And then last but definitely not least, not doubling down soon enough. So when you figure out how something works, you've now got that formula. You want to make sure to exploit that formula to create as many channels, get as much views as possible, and make as much money as possible. So what you should not do once you've got that formula, once you've got something that works, is try and reinvent the wheel once again. No, you have finally found out how something works, meaning you've got more information than your competitors in a specific area. At the end of the day, that's all that business is. I make more money than my neighbor because I know exactly how YouTube automation works and how we can build these search-based channels. My neighbor doesn't know that, and because of that, he's not making as much money with that as I do. The only difference in that is knowing how it works and then applying it. So once you finally found out how to build a specific channel, you want to make sure to capitalize on that and start multiple channels like that. Now honestly, these don't have to be that much different. If you currently have a tennis channel with a specific format, you can simply start another one and simply do slightly different videos. Then you can funnel the traffic from channel 1 to channel 2 with end screens, community posts, in-video shoutouts, link in descriptions, basically any possible way to funnel traffic. This will make sure that your second channel also explodes pretty quickly as long as your content is good. But hey, you already had that formula to make channel 1 work, so channel number 2 should be easier. It should get easier and easier along the way, not harder and harder because you keep trying to figure it out the next thing. In order to do this, check out your YouTube studio, go to the top performing videos in the last 48 hours, and simply double down on these videos. Make more of those, and then also, when you start a second channel, look at your top performing videos on your main channel and simply do spin-offs from that channel. Then finally, you want to add a feedback loop to that. Make sure that you analyze your data every single week or every single day and figure out what's going on in your channel and why it's going on so that you can act accordingly. Now we're all here to make a lot of money. Click this video right there so that you can find out about the high CPM niches on YouTube.